So now we're gonna do the lab 3. We're gonna start bringing data from the sources. We're gonna create a shortcut to ADLS Gen 2 and start transforming some data using Visual Query. Perfect. Shortcuts, this takes a link to the data, so we can use Visual Query views to transform it. We're going to use shortcuts in this tab. Yeah, you have different things that we're probably going to use. Notebooks, that this requires to write code. It's more developer friendly. Data Chain 2, that is very similar to Data Flows Chain 1 or a Power Query. You'll see the new capabilities where you can add multiple targets for Data Flow Chain 2. And the pipeline, this is an orchestration tool. Activities can be orchestrated to extract, transform, and ingest data. We'll be using a pipeline to execute data flow chain 2 activities. That will perform extraction, transformations, and ingestion. ETL, extract, transform, and load. We'll start by creating a shortcut. All right, at the top of the screen, it says that I should have the lakehouse, but I don't think I have it open. So I'm gonna select here, and probably it's because we're now in the Fabric experience, I wonder. Well, I should have done it here. I'm gonna try something right on the spot. Cancel. Yes, yes. Did it say here to switch to the Fabric experience? I don't think so. But if you switch to the Fabric experience, it matches the guide. That doesn't mean that you cannot do it the other way. You can follow, do the same things, but it won't follow what it says here. So Fabric opens tabs. It leaves tabs of the objects that are open on the top. Perfect. So we'll go to the lakehouse, and we're gonna create on the table sections, we're gonna create a new shortcut. And we're gonna select Azure Data Lake Chain 2. That's where our data is. The URL, they don't let me copy it. Okay. There's not a copy button. That's horrible. Create new connection. Does it say here? Oh yeah, create new connection. I'm going ahead. Enter the following link for the URL. Okay, let's continue. Enter the following link for a URL. Oh, yes, it says here. Click on create new connection. I think that's not exactly, we don't need to click on the create new connection. I think the new connection is this one. It's referring to this part. Okay, we'll see. Select the share key. Where do we put it? Yes. How are we going to authenticate? We're going to authenticate through a share key that we have here. Perfect. Next. So slightly misleading. Yes, click on new connection. Select new connection, I would say. Perfect. Dun, dun, dun. Select the following directories. You will be connected. Select the following directories. Oh, it says very clear here. Expand Delta Parquet. Got it. Yeah, when it says directories, that's very interesting, because I think that it has because there are Parquet files, they are seen as directories, is as logically is one unit, but in the Parquet format you have multiple files. It's composed of multiple files with a history. So we're gonna select the following directories. So basically, if you want to select, I know it doesn't let me select it from there. I need to select it individually. Cities, countries, states, date, everything except invoice May, which is probably garbage. So all of them. Oh, stock items, yes. Next. You will be navigated to the next dialog where you can edit names. Select and the actions for rename application cities to cities. I would say that without even reading the next, probably the one which is not advisable. You need to do the same for everything, for all the ones that come with a prefix. Countries, you need to hit OK every time. You cannot just switch. Silly me. Do we need to change all the ones that are cells? Yes. Basically, let's remove all the prefixes. Check. Come on. Basically, they all have prefixes. Let's remove warehouse. Hey, tedious task. But it's very important to have a clean environment, because if you do the things wrong, you have to pay. If you do the things wrong at the beginning, you have to pay for the price for the rest of your life. Have I missed anything? Things that are done temporarily tend to stay forever, right? So I say create. Notice all the shortcuts are created as tables. Yeah. So remember, there's no data copy here. It's just a shortcut. Without doing any ETL, I'm already have access to the data that is in a different location. And buying groups, we can see there. Perfect. So now we're gonna start with some transformations. We're gonna use Visual Query to transform data. On the top right, let's remove this thing. Where? So again, I don't see everything because I have this freaking thing. So where it should be, on the top right screen, select Lakehouse. Oh, here, got it. And we're gonna change the view. We're gonna go and see the SQL Analytic endpoint. So even this is not a SQL database. It's a different kind of storage umbrella. We have a different view that is a SQL Analytics endpoint where we can run queries with our data. We have the Lakehouse in the different views. So this little icon is a Lakehouse, and this is the SQL Analytics endpoint. So what do they want us to do? We'll start creating a GeoView. We need to merge data from the cities. From the top menu, new SQL, which is this one. new visual query. To build this query, we need to add tables to the visual query panel. Click on the ellipses. Ah, come on. Sorry, the delay got me. Yes, open schemas and tables until we find cities. So I was gonna drag it. It doesn't want me to drag it, but insert into canvas. Can we drag it? Yes, we can drag it. It's the same. We can do states and countries. Oh, don't tell me I should have renamed, no, state provinces as states. Did I miss that? I guess so, yes. I didn't pay attention, I only removed the prefix, but you wanted to also rename it state provinces to states. I'm Canadian, so I would have kept provinces and not states, but I take it. I take the hint. We need to merge these queries. So what are we going to do? Open a pop-up. Oh, that's going to be a challenge. No, it's not that hard. Open a pop-up. And here we're going to hit a combine. Perfect. Merge queries as new. And left table is cities, right table would be state provinces. I'm going to pay for this, not paying attention and not renaming. And select state province ID. It's a state province ID, so it should stay, the table should be still called state provinces. And on both sides, state province ID. And look at this section, this selection matches 100%. So that gives me a confirmation that actually I picked the right keys. Sometimes their names are not as clear and you have to select something else and they're not as clear. So this will give you a hint that is a right place. So here, that's very important. Actually, it's very nice the way they showed here, and it understands what are the consequences of selecting different join kinds. If you're familiar with SQL, you're very familiar with the left full, inner left anti, and left anti will do. But we're not going to cover the details of this one, but we're going to select inner. That means that the intersection of both tables will be added. In this case, because all the keys have been resolved, it means that we bring all the tables, all the rows from both tables. Okay. Yes, that's a new one. It's called merge. In the data view, click on the double arrow next to states column. Click the double arrow next to states column. Double arrow next to state column. Oh, okay, perfect. Because there is a underlying table, right, on that. Perfect. So This is part of the join. When you join, first it shows the original, the one that was on the left side. On the right side, okay, what do you want to bring? I don't want to bring everything. I don't want to bring another state province ID and other things I don't want to bring. So I only want what is good for me, which are all these. Okay. Now we need to merge countries as well. How do we do that? With the merge query, because we want to merge it at this level. We already joined these two. We want to join something else. We're going to do combine, merge, but this time, did it give me the option? Merge queries, merge queries. We don't want to merge it as new. So we have the merge part, and we go countries, and I bet you there is a country ID here that is coming from this the states, and good, everyone has been resolved. Select inner join. Same thing, we're gonna select what we want from country, and from country we don't need country ID. We need all these is alpha, country, tribe, region, sub-region. We don't need border or the metadata. I think I have them all. Select OK. So we don't need everything. So let's select merge and choose columns. We have merge. All right, it's all compressed there. You might see it all is available because of my view again. Let's uncheck the IDs. We don't want this ID is not needed. City ID, I'm gonna need it because I'm gonna be probably linked to the fact table. We don't need location. Last edited by, valid from, valid to, country ID, hit OK. Perfect. So if you notice the process here in the Power Query, you see everything that has been happening. All the steps have been recorded. But now we're gonna call it differently. We don't want our table to be called merge. We want it to be called geo. We want to enable load. And because that's the only one that is going to have a target, right? Enable load. Make sure the other ones, they stay as temporary tables. There's no enable load. We don't want to create tables for these intermediate tables. Select save. Let's now save this query as a view. Save as view. And I bet you we're gonna call it geo. And look, you can see the statement that is being created. If you're not good at SQL, you are now, or you don't have to be. It's being created, everything for you. Okay. Do I hit OK? Yes. If you want to see, it won't be on the tables section, it will be on the views section. Please be there. There you go. Scare me for a second. Sometimes you have to hit refresh. All right, so now we're gonna create a reseller visual using visual query. The reseller view, reseller view using visual query. It's by creating customers with buying group tables. This will create a new group. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing and a new visual query. Of course, if you're already an expert in SQL, you don't need to use visual query. We're just exploring the visual query. You can do straight SQL query. And here we're gonna select buying groups and customers, right? And customers. We're gonna combine, merge queries. The buying groups. Buying group ID, buying group ID. Yeah, buying group ID. This time, not all the rows are being selected. So that's something that you need to make a decision if this is the right type of join. For this case, yes, we don't want everything. We want an inner. So only 402 rows will be retrieved. Hit OK. Same as before, we're going to expand the buying group name, but only we're going to select buying group name. And hit OK. Manage columns, choose columns. Reseller name. We don't need buying group ID. We don't have all these IDs. Oh, postal city ID, yes. Phone number. So where are we? Postal city ID. Next one will be phone number. Probably was better to unselect everything. Fax number. Website URL. Delivery address 1, 2. Postal code. Delivery location. No. Postal address 1, 2. Postal code. Postal code. No. And we don't want the metadata. But do want buying group name. What am I missing here? Let's rename buying group name in the data view, double click, and we're gonna call it that one for sure, buying group name, and make it reseller company. Okay. Yes, makes sense. Buying reselling company. Yeah, okay, perfect. We save. Where is that? We select here and we say enable load. Perfect. That's a different way of doing it. Amazing. And we save it as view. And I was going to call it customer, but our customers are resellers. So we're going to call it resellers. And we hit OK. Now we should have two views. Once this is refreshed, you can always hit refresh here, but we have resellers. Now we're going to do the sales view. Okay, let's keep going. Now we're on a roll. New visual query. We're gonna invoice lines for the tables. And I bet you we need invoices as well. Let's do a pop-up. We have invoice line selected. We're gonna do a combination. As new, because then we want to do something else. So on the right side, we have what did I do? What have I done? Let's cancel. Did I put the same table? Oh, that's fine. So we'll select in this. Combine as new. Makes sense. Probably was there. I just couldn't see it. Invoice ID, invoice ID. We're gonna select it. Inner join. Okay. I shouldn't have closed the Power BI desktop. But let's say, are we done here? So select OK, inner. We're going to copy something from the Power BI. If you haven't closed it, good. If you have closed it, go back to the folder where in the report folder and open the Power BI. Transform data once it's opened. transform data. Under ADLS data, let's go to this sales table. And you can do, as we said here, home advanced editor. Where you see it? To here. I usually do, I never find it, so I usually go right click and do advanced editor. There's both the same things. And select code from line 3, all the way through the last one. Line 3. What is line 3? I can barely see. Why we need line 3? From line 3. 1, 2, 3, after expand. Okay. I have no idea where this is going. Cancel. Navigate back to the browser. Oh, I'm doing tab on my regular computer. Perfect. Make sure your merge table is selected. From the ribbon, where is that? We're still in Power BI. No, go back to the browser. Make sure merge is selected. What am I missing here? Home. I don't know this spell. Okay, so before I forgot to include the resellers view. We also wanted that one. So if we expand, once this is solved, we go to the expansion. Now we see them all. So we did all these, we copied the steps from Power Query. Now on the merge, we go Advanced Editor. At the end, of row 2, we add and we copy this. Is that what I have to do? Perfect. What just happened? I guess I copied twice. Let's do it again. Yes, discard it. I don't like it. There's something I don't like it. So Advanced Editor. We add a row. That makes more sense. And probably we need to remove this end. It doesn't make sense. Oh, that if you have issues with the copy, I didn't have the issues with the copy, but you can do that. I never had this issue before. Is it here? Yes, okay, perfect. So you have to select it there if it doesn't work. If you're working on the lab environment, please select ellipsis on the top right. Use the slider to enable PM Native Clipper. I don't understand why it needs to be enabled. It worked for me, so I'm going to ignore it until it shows me what the issue is. I think there is also a comma. Add a comma, it said there. I'm not reading. Hit OK. Highlight the 2 lines of the code and hit OK. Okay, perfect. We'll be back to the query editor. I think I went too far, too fast, because we want to rename this. Oh no, we're here. That's perfectly fine. Rename merge to cells. And we're gonna enable load. And save. And then we're gonna save it as view. And the view is gonna be called cells. Perfect. So we are adding one more cells to our one view to our collection. Now we're gonna do product. So new with visual. here we're gonna select what? Product item groups and groups. Okay, perfect. So I forgot to bring product item groups and product item groups and product groups. Where were those? Huh. I never renamed the places as everything as it should be. So let's try messing up with this a little bit and okay, this is my fault that I didn't follow the proper instructions. But the stock items is products, right? Product items and groups. Okay, perfect. So let's get a product item. Item group and groups. So we have the three. Perfect. We're gonna merge stock items and stock item, I believe, as new in a new query. Items on the left and item stock groups. Perfect. Or item product item group, and we're gonna merge by stock item. I'm gonna select and left outer join. Hit OK. With the merge query selected, cannot see the proper. There you go. With the merge query selected, advanced editor, select all the code and delete it. Copy this code. So this is M code that this guy is giving it to us. This is just to showcase that you can enter your own code. So this code is already doing this if you already have the... Why? Because I can rename them here probably. So if we have product item group, product group. That's why you always have to read the instructions, so you don't need to find workarounds. Let's see if that works now. So it should be groups, product groups. Is it good now? Good to go. Yes. I got away with my mistake. We all make mistakes. Now, that's what we did. Rename the merge to product. Enable load. To be honest, I like better the way I did it. But that could be just me and no one else. We're gonna save as view and call it product. Oh, patience, patience. Product. Yes, how beautiful. We have all the references, all the tables created, all the views, and we're done with Lab 3. Congratulations.